Hello there once again, people, and welcome to yet another episode of Seeking Shamblers. This time around, we're going to be checking out a level known as Frag for Flag, which happens to be another level made for TeamFortress. Yeah, we aren't fully out of the whole TeamFortress thing, but this is the last one I know of for this current time that I'm going to be tackling. So, needless to say, at least after this, we'll kind of get a little bit of a break. This one was made by Justin Kimber, who I've never heard of before, which is always exciting. And yeah, this one was made towards like mid-November. A lot of the other maps were made in like October. I think that this was actually made for a little bit later of a version than 1.3 of Team Fortress. But 1.3, it was like 1.3 something, and the 1.3 versions that were all released in November of 1996, one were released in a very tight period of time, and two, it basically was rather small little fixes. It was like little small modifications and balance changes and all that. It wasn't that massive or monumental of a change that would have like a totally different version. So it should still perfectly work fine with the raw version of 1.3. And even the documentation just says Team Fortress version 1.3. So I'm just going to do it. I was kind of debating if I was going to bother with this one or not. But as said, I kind of decided why not, because it supports 1.3. And yeah, you can't use it in any normal way. It's just made for this. Anyway, as said, it's called Frag for Flag, at least in the documentation. But the important thing is that this one actually is yet another level known as Entering THREDLEVEL. Yeah, it basically was made using Thread, and the name wasn't changed. So you get generic Entering THREDLEVEL. We haven't seen one of these in a while, so rather nice to see, I guess. Well, actually, it's probably not nice to see, but that's aside the point. What an annoying thing actually to see, but here it is. Anyway, this is a level. It's a capture the flag map. Yeah. Basically, you capture the enemy flag and return to your own base. It's nothing really spectacular or different or unique in any real way. The big thing to really mention about this particular map is that it's made by Justin Kimber, and that, of course, is someone we've never heard of before. It's not somebody I could ever talk about, but what does matter about that is that it's not made by the people who are making Team Fortress. Every other map we've seen up to this point for Team Fortress has been something that was official. It was made for Team Fortress as kind of like a companion piece. It was one of the maps that was showing the different game modes, and it was one of the things almost kind of built in, even if it was made as separate little downloads you could get. This one was totally made by someone separate, and basically is showing that the community is starting to make their own maps for Team Fortress. That it's not just going to be the Team Fortress team making Team Fortress maps. And as we go along, I'm assuming we're going to see a lot more Team Fortress maps made by a slew of different people. But yeah, this is possibly the first level that was made that was a custom one by someone that wasn't official. Maybe there was one earlier or whatnot, I don't know. But for the time being, this is the one I know of. The one custom Team Fortress map made for 1.3. Anyway, this is relatively simple and straightforward. Like I said, it's a simple little capture the flag map. You're not going to see really a lot here. It used a bunch of different textures all thrown together. So it's basically just a hodgepodge slapped together. So let's see what exactly we're in for with this thing. As I said, it's really just another capture the flag map. So yeah, it's going to be a lot like 2, 3, 4. Or something like that, except that it's a map made by someone else. That's basically the whole big thing of this level, is that it was not made by the Team Fortress crew. Other than that, we're basically seeing the same stuff. But it's different enough to actually check it out. And we do have some little interesting things, like that weird water elevator there, or that little weird water elevator over there. Okay, for a minute I thought there was no sound. Yeah, there's no ambient sounds or anything in this level whatsoever. It's like totally pitch quiet, and that always stinks. Honestly, it makes it very, very... Like, I'm worried my sound isn't working. Well, there's some sounds. Yep, there's an amazing sound right there. So, let's do the normal music turned off, sound on, change level to FVF, so now that way we're in deathmatch, so that way our alliances will work perfectly fine. So, let's see here, it's been a little bit since I've actually done anything. Yeah, I took a little bit of a break, mainly because things are kind of getting busy over here, so, yeah, let's see here. How do I do teams? Oh, God. Let's see if help me works. That was productive. Type help me for help. I typed help me. It didn't help. I think you need to type it a second time. Yeah. It's weird. It's like the first time you type help me, it doesn't actually do anything. You need to type it again, and then it works. But yeah, I'm trying to think. I think it's like I'm in. Actually, yeah, that's it. Okay, I'm in 1. So now I just said I'm in team number 1, and then I just typed the class name I want. I'll be the scout. I don't really want to do something too fancy. As said, it's really simple capture the flag mechanics here. So here we are. I'm a scout. Now I can run around and yeah. Oh, okay. This is just a one-room thing too. Basically, the top 4 of it is the base thing, and other than that, you basically have, well, that's about it. You have these little outposts here, which allow you to look at stuff. Here's a pool of water. There's really nothing at the bottom of the water. There's really nothing to do. Yeah, this is not really the most exciting levels. As said, this really is just featuring something that someone else made. If it wasn't for that, this is really lackluster. So, yeah. Okay, here's the water elevators. Yeah, you basically just swim up here. You go to the top and you basically pick up the key. You do that on the other side and we'll be able to capture the flag. Okay, what's on these rings? Like, is there anything even on this upper ring or is it on that one lower ring? Well, here's some rockets. Well, because I'm a scout class, I can't pick up any of that. Well, that's amazing. That's even more exciting than everything else. But yeah, okay, I should be able to pick up these nails if I shoot once. No? Yeah! We have a nail bots. I'm not able to pick up the nail bots. Okay, I need to go below like 50 nails and then I was able to pick it up. But yeah, it's just one thing of nails. Weirdly placed somewhere. And the same thing with this floor, it's just some shells and some cells. What an exciting concept. And we also have a restocking station, which makes you wonder why the other ammo was even included. And there we are! We just got a bunch of ammo. Yeah. Why even have the rest of the ammo if you're going to have the restocking station? I don't know. It kind of feels pointless to have even the other stuff here. But it's a thing, it exists, and therefore we need to check it out. Okay, so let's see here. If I can get out of this water, there's only one ramp in and out. It would really stink if, you know, one player was like controlling this area and basically just like shooting anyone who tried climbing out of the water. I mean, there's only one way in and out of the water, people. I mean, I guess you could return to your own side and like try and go that way. Now, what you're going to do with it, you could take it back to your base. It seems like these messages are custom. I thought they were like all default stuff that would appear in TeamFortress, but I'm definitely seeing there's some custom messages here that he's trying to be like a little bit more flavorful in his text. Team 2 got it together. Team 1 has captured the flag. Interesting. We didn't need to actually go up to the top. That's not where the base is. The base is actually just inside the water here. So it's relatively quick. The only time that you really have a slow part is when you're trying to climb up the water elevator to get the flag. So really all you need to do is you get up here, you swim to the top, you pick up the flag, and then you run across. What an exciting concept, right? Totally. This is how you capture flags. But you didn't know this is how you capture flags. I happen to be a master of flag capturing. There we are. Seemed like I was somewhat able to, like, not hit it for, like, a moment. It seemed like I had to, like, move around a little bit in order to, like, trigger the, capture the flag thing. It didn't seem like when I just hit the water the first time that worked. So I'm not too sure what exactly was going on there. But yeah, there we are. That is stuff. Okay, so that seems to be about it. Now, actually, let's see if I go around, like, the backside. So I'm kind of curious now about the whole water thing. If there's like an area whereby I went into like the water that I wasn't capturing. So I kind of want to go from the backside. But yeah, I glow when I have the flag. But there's really no like darker areas in this map. Except like maybe under here. So you're not really even seeing like that really change much. But yeah, as you see, you really need to touch the front of the water area. Because as you can see... like, if you touch that back lip, it doesn't even, like, register. It's not really the same size of the water. So that's important to know, I guess, is that the base is not the full size of the water. But yeah, there's really not a lot here at all. This is actually really, really lackluster. I was thinking this was going to be one room of what was going to be, like, this was, like, the middle base room, and I figured there'd be two big bases. But no, these are the bases, and this is kind of the entire room. It gets the point across, I guess, but it's one of those annoying, boring one-room maps. I'm not a big fan of one-room maps. I feel there's really no inspiration factor to be had in them. And yeah, that's kind of how I feel about this one. It's kind of just a very mundane little level. Not too excited with this one. But as said, it is for the historical context. It is a level made by someone who wasn't affiliated with TeamFortress. And so needless to say, it's showing that we're starting to see TeamFortress levels being made. And a good idea of what we're going to be seeing going forward, I guess. Because, yeah, the more we go forward, the more random TeamFortress maps we're going to be seeing. As opposed to just standard deathmatch maps. So, with that in mind, thank you all for watching. I'm bored out of my mind. And I shall see you all, well, next time.